shot in 4K ultra high definition. Your number one source for local news. WRAL News. Coverage you can count on.
And temperatures are cooler this morning. Look at this. We're below freezing in a few places. We'll talk about the cool temperatures that'll be with us all week.
A busy section of Oberlin Road is closed this morning as the city works on a major streetscape project. Coming up, how this could impact your morning commute this week.
And happening tonight, PNC Arena will be jam-packed as city and county leaders plan to address some of the major issues Wake County is facing and how they plan to overcome it. Just ahead, I'll break down some of the key points of today's State of the County address.
Good morning, everyone. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. We are here to get your work week started at 4:30. We're so glad that you are up and at 'em with us. I'm Renee Chu.
I'm Jeff Hogan. Yes, for those who are. Exactly. You know, Monday, it's a crisp Monday for sure. That fall feel is definitely there. Elizabeth Gardner in the WRAL Severe Weather Center. A little bit of winter mixed in with that look behind you.
Yeah, how about a little winter look here from Fenton? Boy, the ice rink there and the holiday decorations. And boy, you can see those all across the viewing area. What a beautiful weekend it was. We have high pressure that brought us the dry conditions yesterday, but it's also bringing us a little bit of a northerly wind, dropping our temperatures. So it's 39 right here around the Triangle area. We do have clear skies this morning, so the top of the tower is lit in blue to signify clear. Temperatures are chilly. Look at that. 30 in Roxborough, 34 in South Hill, 39 in the Triangle, 38 Rocky Mount, Wilson, Goldsboro, 43 Fayetteville, 45 Clinton, 41 in Southern Pine. So it's chilly out there. Temperatures are running anywhere from 5 to 15 degrees cooler than yesterday. So if you happen to be out early yesterday and you're out early again today, it's enough that you'll definitely notice the difference. Our temperatures around the Triangle will be in the 30s until around 8 or 9 a.m. And we climb into the mid-60s this afternoon. Definitely cooler than a lot of the days we saw last week, but this is much closer to normal. We have a fairly dry week ahead until we get to Friday. I'll show you whether we have rain that could affect us this weekend coming up. Elizabeth, thanks. As you head out the door for work or school, we want to let you know about a traffic alert in Raleigh. WRAL's Kelsey Coffey joins us now live from Oberlin Road, which will be closed for the entire week. Kelsey, tell us about the work that's going on in the area.
Well, Renee, it's just only one section of Oberlin Road that'll be closed from here on Clark Avenue all the way down to Pullen Road. So this is a main thoroughfare that connects the Village District to NC State. It's a busy area. Lots of traffic will be sent through a detour. This will impact drivers for the next week. The closure comes as crews are working on sewer and water main replacement. We spoke with drivers about how the detour impacts their morning commute, and some say this is going to be a headache.
For people who have children and are going to and from school and activities, and for people going to and from work, I can't imagine that it's a lot of fun.
And this section of the road will reopen on November 20th. Kelsey Coffey, WRAL News, live in Raleigh.
We're working to learn more this morning about a crime scene near Benson. Johnson County Sheriff's Office is handling the investigation of a scene on South Pleasant Coates Road. Deputies were at a home there for more than 4 hours. Our crew at the scene saw deputies gathering evidence from all around that home and the cars in the driveway.
We're working to learn the cause of this huge fire in Alamance County. The Graham Fire Department responded to the warehouse fire on Parker Street just before 8 last night. No reports of any injuries. Firefighters say nearly every department in the region responded, from Orange County all the way to Guilford County.
Today, issues that Wake County residents are dealing with, like safety, food security, and schools, will be examined by Wake County leaders. WRAL's Laura Levine joins us live with a look at what will be discussed today as officials look ahead to next year. Laura, good morning.
Jeff, good morning. Well, it's very fitting that the State of the County address will take place here at PNC Arena. The Board of County Commissioners in August just recently adopted the hospitality tax, which will help upgrade and bring some renovations to the arena. And it's things like this, growth and economic development, that the board really wants to capitalize on as they look ahead to the future. The board chair, Shanika Thomas, tells me the county is growing at a fast rate, adding 56 people a day. This comes with some challenges, however. She says county leaders must look at ways to address equitable growth. She also tells me other priorities they plan to address, which is safety, homelessness, food security, jobs, education, and more. She says it's really all about finding that secret sauce to help gel all municipalities to work better together.
We're going to talk about community safety. We're going to talk about food security. We know that grocery prices are going up and, things like that. Farmland preservation is important to this board and to this area. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. We're going to talk about our youngest residents, and we're going to talk about 3 School a little bit. And of course, we're going to talk to Adrienne Cole, who's the CEO of the Raleigh Chamber. So we're going to talk about business and how our business partners have been instrumental in our growth.
So this will be a panel-style discussion along with Adrienne Cole. She's going to be talking with the Wake County Sheriff as well as the Chair of Board of Education. The State of the County address takes place at 6 p.m. If you can't make it here in person, it will also be live streamed. Laura Levine, WRAL News. We're live in Raleigh.
A young person has been killed and 4 others are injured after a shooting at a flea market in a Houston suburb. It happened around 5:30 yesterday evening. Police are still working to find who is responsible. 3 adults and 2 people under the age of 18 were injured and taken to nearby hospitals. One of the younger victims later died from injuries. Police believe this was the result of an argument between 2 people.
Wilson County woman charged with the murder of her 5-month-old child will appear in court today. Alyssa Kucharski has been charged with 6 counts of felony crimes against nature. Arrest warrants accuse Kucharski of suffocating her son, although the official cause of death is still under investigation. Kucharski's boyfriend, Taylor Del Lucas, is charged with accessory to murder, child abuse, and concealing the child's death.
Family and friends of a missing Durham man are looking for help from the community as they try to find him. They gathered with posters and flyers yesterday in an effort to learn anything about what happened to Seymour Barber. The 19-year-old vanished 3 weeks ago. He was last seen on Glen Brittle Drive. His loved ones say it's not like him to just disappear, and they want to bring him home.
This is nothing like him at all. So me and his family are very concerned and just want to make sure that he's safe and come back home.
Barber's car is also missing. It is a red 2011 200 limited style 4S Chrysler with North Carolina tags reading KJV8563. Anyone with information should contact police.
More than 30 people are displaced because of a fire in a Durham apartment complex. This happened Saturday night at the Lodge at South Point Apartments on Holly Hill Drive. Video from one person shows the fire trucks there. The fire started around 9 o'clock and was contained within about 20 minutes. Not before spreading into the attic space, though, and 4 apartments had fire damage. 8 had smoke and water damage. Fortunately, no one was hurt, but they are displaced.
And when I looked, you could see the smoke and start smelling it. It started coming out. And that's how the excitement started. Particularly for these folks, they might have to go someplace, who knows where. So they're disturbed. We were hoping that they let us back in maybe Tuesday.
The Red Cross offered hotel vouchers to residents. Investigators believe the fire started in a furnace area.
Tim Scott is dropping out of the presidential race. The junior Republican senator from South Carolina had been struggling for months near the bottom of the polls. Scott did not endorse any other Republican candidates.
Tonight, students will gather on the campus of the University of Idaho to mark 1 year since the brutal murders of 4 students at an off-campus house. Brian Koberger, a grad student who lived about 10 minutes away, was arrested for the murders weeks later. He is now in the middle of a high-profile trial while pleading his innocence. Coming up at 7 o'clock on Today, the latest details in this case and how students are honoring the victims on this somber anniversary.
The Washington Post now reports that the 5 U.S. service members killed in a helicopter training accident Friday over the Mediterranean Sea were Army Special Operations troops. The U.S. Army Special Operations Command is headquartered at Fort Liberty. That doesn't necessarily mean the service members on that helicopter were based at Fort Liberty, although several thousand special ops troops are. The Washington Post reports 2 anonymous U.S. officials were their sources for this information. And according to the newspaper, the troops were in the region as part of the Pentagon's broader planning to keep the war in Gaza from spreading into other regions. The accident occurred during a routine air refueling mission as part of military training. All 5 service members on board the helicopter died. The names have not yet been released.
Taking Sunday Night Football, the Las Vegas Raiders are winners again. Aiden O'Connell connected with Michael Mayer for this touchdown pass early in the 4th quarter to give them the lead over the New York Jets. It was the only touchdown of the game. The Raiders came away with a 16-12 win.
Tonight, Week 10 of the NFL season wraps up with Monday Night Football. The Buffalo Bills are hosting the Denver Broncos. You can watch that game starting at 8 tonight on ESPN.
A CVS in Washington, D.C. isn't making toilet paper available on shelves, and now customers are forced to ask an employee to get it from the back room. The reason behind this policy change. And after a recent incident on an Alaska Airlines flight, the FAA is looking closer at how pilots' mental health is monitored. We'll tell you about the new requirements being put in place. And it's a live look down Salem Street in Apex. It is a bit chilly out there this morning, but a warm-up is on the way. And we'll check in with meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner to see how close to normal our highs will be this week.
From the WRAL Severe Weather Center, North Carolina's most experienced team of meteorologists.
It is 4:43. We take a live look at downtown Apex right now. You're going to want to put on an extra layer compared to what you had to put on, say, the last couple of days. We've had a high pressure system move in and shift our winds to northerly, so it's pretty chilly out there this morning. We're going to be close to freezing in some places. 32 Lewisburg, 35 in Tarboro and in South Hill, and 38 in Rocky Mount. And with clear skies, our temperatures will drop a little bit more between now and, say, 7 o'clock. 41 Southern Pines, 43 in Fayetteville, 44 in Goldsboro. So out for exercise this morning. It feels a little on the chilly side. Temperatures will be in the 30s up until around 8 or 9 o'clock, and then we climb into the mid-60s, which is actually pretty close to normal. We'll have a fairly quiet week until we get to the end of the week when we may have a chance of showers.
About 260 people are now battling the large wildfire in western North Carolina. It has already burned more than 5,300 acres. Officials say it is 18% contained right now. Firefighters say the cool, humid, rainy weather is working in their favor.
A man is in the hospital after being shot near a Raleigh bar. This is video from the WRAL breaking news tracker on Paula Street around 3 a.m. Sunday. Police say the man is expected to survive. So far, no arrests. We're working to learn more about what led to the shooting. A man who was taken into custody after the killing of a Detroit synagogue leader is now out of jail. The unidentified man was taken into custody in connection with the murder of Samantha Wall. Police believe she was killed at her home on October 21st. Police did not say whether they believe the person who was arrested and released is responsible for her death, but he is not facing any official charges at this time. A motive for her murder has not been released.
Columbia University is suspending two of its college organizations, one pro-Palestinian and the other a Jewish organization. They're trying to calm tensions on campus there. Major demonstrations erupted over the past month since the Israel-Hamas war began. The suspended clubs are both anti-Zionist, and members have called for a ceasefire in Gaza. School administrators announced the clubs will be suspended until the end of the fall semester. Columbia said it was forced to make the move because the clubs violated university policies related to holding campus events.
A CVS store in Washington, D.C. believes a picture is worth 1,000 rolls. The store now places some pictures of some toilet paper brands on shelves because it says people are taking them without paying. So you look for your favorite brand among the pictures, and then you press the customer service button on the shelves to alert staff that you need that specific toilet paper. Metropolitan Police data says robberies are up 68% in D.C. this year compared to last year.
The only indoor swiftwater training rescue facility on the East Coast is opening today here in North Carolina. A ribbon cutting for the facility at Fayetteville Technical Community College will happen at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Training demonstrations will happen after that. The facility will help train emergency responders year-round.
The FAA is taking a closer look at the mental health of pilots. The agency says it will create a new committee to help encourage pilots to report their mental health issues. This comes on the heels of an off-duty Alaska Airlines pilot trying to stop a plane engine mid-flight because he said he was having a nervous breakdown. Pilots are already required to undergo medical exams and report mental health conditions.
A brand of pet food might be threatening your furry friend with salmonella. Mid-America Pet Food is recalling several brands, including Victor Super Premium Dog and Cat Food, Wayne Feeds Dog and Cat Food, Eagle Mountain Pet Food, and some Members Mark varieties. The CDC says these foods are linked to at least 7 cases of salmonella since November 1st. Humans who handle the food or touch saliva of pets that ate the food may also be at risk. The CDC recommends throwing the food away and cleaning any of the surfaces it may have touched.
Wake County is marking National Apprenticeship Week by honoring a local business. The Wake Works Apprenticeship Program will host a celebration at 9:30 this morning in Knightdale. The chosen business will be honored for its commitment to train and mentor student apprentices. Wake Works is a partnership between Wake Tech and Wake County that aims to address the county's shortage of technical workers. More than 100 employers in the county take part in the program.
A big shakeup in the world of college football. Texas A&M fired Jimbo Fisher. Fisher still had 8 years left on his contract, and he's guaranteed more than $77 million to be fired. The school's athletic director says he called for Fisher to be removed so the program can reach its full potential.
It is 4:48 as we get your Monday and your work week started. Meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner in the WRAL Severe Weather Center with a glimpse of the holidays there in Fenton.
Oh, so pretty. I love this camera. They have everything all lit up so you can see it so well. And all the pretty lights there, the tree and the ice rink, and just a really fun feel there. It's a chilly feel this morning, too. Temperature 39 in the Triangle. We're looking at temperatures close to freezing near the Virginia line. Our dew point's 36, and so that means we have a fairly dry air mass in place. And by the time we get to lunchtime, we'll climb into the upper 50s to near 60 degrees. So that's a seasonable start to the week. Last week, we had temperatures in the 80s, which was, near record highs for a bunch of days. But instead, mid 60s is normal for this time of year. We will see temperatures warming up as we get closer to the weekend. We're going to climb closer to 70 degrees. We have a front that arrives on Friday that's going to bring us a chance for some showers. And the big question is, how long does it linger into Saturday? Because Saturday, the big Christmas parade in downtown Raleigh. 30 in Roxborough, 35 South Hill right now, 41 in Southern Pines, 43 in Fayetteville. Temperatures from Durham to Raleigh to Rocky Mount to Goldsboro are in the upper 30s right now. Around town, 64 in Raleigh and Durham today, a high of 66 in Fayetteville. Lots and lots of sunshine. We have high pressure that's to our north and west. That high pressure system is feeding air from Canada, which is why our temperatures are chilly this morning. Temperatures, again, will be very close to normal. Watching a little bit of rain down along the coast of Texas, but nothing for us this work week. We have cool temperatures, though. Notice the blue color contours over North Carolina. That's temperatures below normal. We'll be really close to normal. And then a lot of warmth develops across the country and starts to slide eastward, and we'll start to feel that as we get into Friday. So 64 is our normal high. We'll be very close to that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to 69 and 72 on Friday. But Friday's the day that we could see a few showers. We have the chance of above normal temperatures starting this weekend on the 18th into early next week, and it's a good chance of above normal temperatures across much of the country. Let's take a look at what we're expecting as we get into the day on Friday. Friday at 9 a.m. we're dry, but as we get into the afternoon and evening, mainly overnight, we have that chance of a few light showers. Saturday at 7 a.m. all the way until 10 a.m. we're looking at that chance of a shower. Now, all the models don't keep the rain around that long, but that's going to be more of a worst case scenario, as we might have some rain early in the morning on Saturday, just in time for the Christmas parade. So rain clearing and 59 degrees at 10 a.m. when the parade kicks off. Keep checking back because we may have to update the timing of that rain. All right, it's not Veterans Day, sorry. We do have our best chance of rain Friday night. Saturday for the Christmas parade, 68.
Elizabeth, thanks. Well, this isn't something you see every day. A lion walking the streets of Rome. We'll tell you how he escaped and how officials were finally able to get him back to his home.
Recent drought has caused Jordan Lake's water level to drop a lot, and that has revealed quite a wonder. The drought exposed artifacts, lost roadways, underwater train tracks, even foundations from old farm homes that once utilized that rich farmland now lost beneath the lake. Over the weekend, crowds began visiting the beach for their chance to see the ruins for the first time. You can read much more about why there are so many flooded communities hidden beneath Jordan Lake at WRAL.com, and you'll also see a lot more pictures.
Amazing what's under the water. Now to some movie news to start your week. Here's David Daniel with today's Hollywood Minute.
We're searching for soldiers for a fight against the mother world.
I could help you. For a small fee, obviously.
The official trailer is out for Rebel Moon Part 1, A Child of Fire. Sofia Boutella stars as a woman with a mysterious past leading a group of unlikely revolutionaries against a tyrant and his troops. The epic adventure from Zack Snyder, director of 300, Man of Steel, and Army of the Dead, debuts on Netflix December 22nd. Part 2, The Scargiver, is due out next April.
Lady here, we should be out there snacking on bad guys.
The SAG-AFTRA strike may be over, but future films are still being delayed. Venom 3, the follow-up to 2021's Venom Let There Be Carnage, was scheduled to reach theaters next July. But just as the strike was ending, Sony pushed the movie back 4 months to November 8, 2024. The first 2 Venom movies were also autumn releases. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
An aerial police search near Rome ended with a successful capture. They weren't looking for a person. They caught a lion that had been roaming the streets. The animal is named Kimba, and it was on the run after escaping from a circus. People in the area were warned to avoid going out until Kimba was captured. A police helicopter tracked down that big cat in a field, and a veterinary team sedated the lion, which was later returned to the circus.
We have a traffic alert for you this morning that will affect drivers in Raleigh all week long. WRAL's Kelsey Coffey is at Oberlin Road to tell us how long this closure will last.
Family and friends of a missing Durham man are looking for help from the community as they try to find him. What we know about his disappearance.
And we are just days away from a potential government shutdown. We'll tell you about the new plan revealed by House Speaker Mike Johnson.